Failure is simply the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently. Anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The greatest thing in life is to keep your mind young. If you think you can do a thing or think you can't do a thing, you are right. Obstacles are those frightful things you see when you take your eyes off your goal. You can't build a reputation on what you are going to do. Life is a series of experiences, each one of which makes us bigger, even though sometimes it is hard to realize this. For the world was built to develop character, and we must learn that the setbacks and griefs which we endure help us in our marching forward. If there's any one secret of success, it lies in the ability to get the other person's point of view and see things from that person's angle as well as from your own. One of his great surprises is to find he can do what he was afraid he couldn't do. If money is your hope for independence, you will never have it. The only real security that a man will have in this world is a reserve of knowledge, experience, and ability. Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. We don't want tradition. We want to live in the present, and the only history that is worth a tinker damn is the history we make today. The man who will use his skill and constructive imagination to see how much he can give for $1 instead of how little he can give for $1 is bound to succeed. I believe God is managing affairs and that He doesn't need any advice from me. With God in charge, I believe everything will work out for the best in the end. So what is there to worry about? There is no happiness except in the realization that we have accomplished something. It has been my observation that most people get ahead during the time that others waste. I am looking for a lot of men who have an infinite capacity to not know what can't be done. There is one rule for the industrialist, and that is, make the best quality of goods possible at the lowest cost possible, paying the highest wages possible. Before everything else, getting ready is the secret of success. The competitor to be feared is one who never bothers about you at all, but goes about making his own business better all the time. A business absolutely devoted to service will have only one worry about profit. They will be embarrassingly large. When everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. It is well enough that people of the nation do not understand our banking and monetary system, for if they did, I believe there will be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Quality means doing it right when no one is looking. My best friend is the one who brings out the best in me. Thinking is the hardest work there is. which is probably the reason why so few engage in it. Whether you think you can or that you can't, you are usually right. It is not the employer who pays the wages. Employers only handle the money. It is the customer who pays the wages. Enthusiasm is the yeast that makes your hopes shine in the stars. Enthusiasm is the sparkle in your eyes, the swing in your gait, the grip of your hand, the irresistible surge of will and energy to execute your ideas. There are no big problems. There are just a lot of little problems. A business that makes nothing but money is a poor business. Most people spend time and energy going around problems than in trying to solve them. As we advance in life, we learn the limits of our abilities. The only real security that a man can have in this world is a reserve of knowledge, experience, and ability. There is no man living that cannot do more than he thinks he can. Capital punishment is as fundamentally wrong as a cure for crime, as charity is wrong as a cure for poverty. Even a mistake may turn out to be the one thing necessary to a worthwhile achievement. Wealth, like happiness, is never attained when sought after directly. It comes as a byproduct of providing a useful service. Time and money spent in helping men to do more for themselves is far better than mere giving. The highest use of capital is not to make more money, but to make money do more for the betterment of life. Money is like an arm or leg. Use it or you lose it. An idealist is a person who helps other people to be prosperous. I cannot discover that anyone knows enough to say definitively what is and what is not possible. I do not believe a man can ever leave his business. He ought to think of it by day and dream of it by night. Business is never so healthy as when, like a chicken, it must do a certain amount of scratching around for what it gets. Those were quotes by Henry Ford. Thank you.